Hello, everyone. So, very good evening to all of you. I welcome you all in the third session of this chapter, chapter number third, Lean System and Innovation. So, basically, beta, we have covered two techniques of lean system. The very first technique, that is just-in-time system, is a quite a lengthy topic. Not only the theoretical part, that is application part is important, but equally the practical questions are also important related to the concept of just-in-time system. Especially, we have covered question number 2 and question number 3 in the previous session. In question number 2, the most important part is in case of non-JIT system, there will not be any stock out situation. Why there will not be any stock out situation? Because we are maintaining enough raw material for the production of coming 1 month. But in case of JIT system, according to the language of the question, we are not maintaining any kind of raw material. So it might be possible that due to delay of raw material or not getting the right quality, might not be able to provide the raw material required for production, due to which our production might stop, due to which we cannot deliver the items to the customer on committed basis. So there can be a situation of stock out. What is special in that point? Without putting any efforts, it might be possible that 3,000 units will be stock out. It means whatever contribution you can earn on those 3,000 units will no longer be available because of the first year of just-in-time system there might be some error in the initial period. But a very interesting twist has been given in that question, that if you allow worker to work overtime, then it might be possible to reduce the stock out unit to 2,000 units. So basically, both these options are related with only and only just-in-time system. The only calculation we have to done that whether we should allow 3,000 unit as stock out or 2,000 unit as stock out under the JIT system. So the calculation required is the difference of 3,000 and 2,000 is 1,000 unit, whether contribution earned on those 1,000 unit is sufficient to cover the overtime cost of rupee 10 lakh. That's the basic calculation we have to done in that particular question number 2, a super question, undoubtedly. Okay, and we have gone to question number 3 that has been asked in the examination for 20 marks, in which we have to calculate the total cost under non-JIT system and total cost under JIT system. I will show you the calculation of that one so that you can better recall the same. You have to make two calculations, that is total cost under non-JIT system and total cost under JIT system. What's special in that point is the variable overhead. Variable production overhead is not dependent on number of units sold, rather it depends on number of units produced. If we are constantly producing units without referring to what is the demand of the product in the market, then that is the situation of non-JIT or JIT. If we are making constant production month by month, week by week, without referring to the actual demand, then that system is known as non-JIT system. So whatever variable production overhead per unit has been given to you in that particular question, it has to be applied on production unit, not the sale unit. That's the special part of that particular question. Next, we have moved on towards the prerequisite of successful implementation of JIT system. I think on 3rd November session, we have covered two prerequisites, the supplier point and the setup time. In the yesterday session, we have covered the 3rd and 4th prerequisite. The 3rd prerequisite is related with streamlining the flow of production process. Streamlining the flow of production process, in which we have two techniques. The first one is Kanban card and the second one is working cell. Next prerequisite, 4th prerequisite is related to workforce development, a very important prerequisite for successful implementation of JIT system. Okay, beta. And the last topic we have covered in the yesterday session, that is session number 2 of chapter number 3rd, is Kaizen costing or Kaizen costing. The most important definition, or we can say the meaning, is a small incremental cost reduction over a long period of time to achieve significant improvement. Two important words are small incremental improvement. It's not a program that will be run one or two times a year. It is a process, a never ending process. And the investment is on employees, not any outside expert or capital machinery is required. Okay, beta? So, chaliye. So let's start today's session with the third technique of lean system. And can you tell me the objective of lean system? Can you please tell me the objective of lean system? What's the objective of lean system? Okay, very good. The objective is waste minimization. The other name of waste is non-value added cost. So we have seen two techniques. The first one is just-in-time system. The second one is Kaizen costing. And now the third one is 5S. Okay. Rashmi has posted a doubt. Rashmi, in question number third, Rashmi has asked in question number third, for the raw material cost in per unit will change. Achieving. Rashmi, when you see the question number third, I have already told you in the starting of just-in-time system, there can be two types of just-in-time system. The first one is just-in-time purchasing. The second one is just-in-time production. And some companies adopt both the system at the same time. In question number third, when you see that we have adopted the just-in-time production. Okay, so the wastage of raw material of cannot be avoided because we are not implemented just-in-time purchasing system. Okay, Rashmi, it's clear. Rashmi Kamath. So waste minimization is the objective. So in this journey, we are moving towards the third technique that will help us to reduce the waste. There are 7 types of waste. The mnemonic is Tim Wood. T stands for transportation. I stands for inventory. Can you please recall M stands for, without referring to the study material or the copy? M stands for motion. Very good. Tim Wood. W stands for waiting. Very good. O stands for overproduction. Next O stands for overprocessing. And the last D stands for defect. So these are the 7 type of defect we are trying to minimize through this 5 or 6 technique. And now the third technique is known as 5S. Okay. So let's start this third technique of lean system. 5S is a method basically for maintaining the cleanliness of the workspace, and avoiding unnecessary tools, files, document, equipment, etc. in the workplace. So very simple technique. Any organization can apply this benefit to reap the benefit of lean system, that is waste minimization. So very simple technique. It's basically concerned with cleaning the workspace where you are working, whether it's for factory or whether it's for office, and dealing with those unnecessary equipment, items, raw material, or we can say document, so that whenever you require any document, raw material, or equipment, the same can be easily find out. The unnecessary items should not block the necessary items of the organization. Okay, beta? Please write down. Give the heading in your copy. 5F. Write down the very first point. It is a workplace organization method. It's a workplace organization method. Write down second point. It's all about cleaning the workspace of the organization. It's all about cleaning the workspace of the organization and removing unnecessary equipments, oblique tools, oblique files, etc. So very simple technique, beta. Na? The most simple technique in lean system is this technique 5F. Nothing special about that. It's a Japanese terminology in which you have been given 5 words which start with F. If you focus on this, undoubtedly, without incurring any sort of capital expenditure or revenue expenditure, you can reduce a great amount of 7 type of waste. So what are those 5 F? The first F denotes for sorting. The first F denotes for sorting. The second F is set in order. The third F is shine. The fourth one is standardize. And the fifth one is sustain. When we complete this particular very easy topic, you will be able to know better. You cannot change the order of this 5. The first process will be the sorting. The second one will be the set in order. The third one will be the shine, standardize, and then it will be sustain. Okay, so the Japanese term are Siri, Seton, Siko. You don't have to mug up the Japanese term. Simply for examination purpose, you should know the English meaning of the Japanese word, and those are sorting, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Now let's start one by one. Before that, please write down. The 5 F are, write down one by one. Write down the very first point, sort, S-O-R-T, sort. Second point, set in order. Set in order. Third point, shine. Fourth point, standardize. Fourth point, standardize. And the fifth point is shine. Now let's start discussion about each and every word. The first word is sort. Whether you are organizing your office workplace, whether you are organizing your production workplace, that is the factory workplace, this very first step is of utmost importance. What do you mean by sorting? Collect all the equipment, tools, and in the office, all the files, etc. and segregate all such equipment, tool, file, etc. It depends on the location. If you are in the office, then it can be tools and files, documents, etc. If you are in the factory space, it can be equipment, tools, raw material, etc. So whatever the workplace is, first of all, the first step is sorting. It means you have to segregate the necessary and the unnecessary items in that particular workplace. 3 or 4 possibilities might be there. Some of the equipment tools are necessary and are in regular use. Some of the equipment, you find it, some of the equipment or tools or documents or file are necessary and are in regular use. Some are necessary, undoubtedly, but they are not in regular use. They have been infrequently used, say in a month or in a quarter. Some items are unnecessary and should not be kept in that workplace premises. You have to remove such raw material or the equipment or the tool so that whenever you need any equipment or tool, it is clearly visible in that workplace. If it mix up with the unnecessary items, definitely then at the time of need, the urgency item will not be available. So you have to mark up 3 or 4 points that what are the equipment tools are necessary and they are regular in use. Mark them by any color code. Some of the equipment items are necessary, but they are infrequent in use. You can place some far behind from your current location so that there should be enough space for the items that are need and are in regular use. Some items might be unnecessary in that workplace. You have to remove that one. Also, it might be possible that there are items that are necessary, but they doesn't belong to that workplace. They belong to some other workplace. So you have to send that items to the proper location. So sorting is all about identifying and segregating the necessary and the unnecessary item. In other words, the needed and the unneeded items in the workplace. So this is the very first step. The second step is set in order. The second step is set in order. Okay. A very, very important dialogue is there regarding the set in order. There should be, please repeat with me, beta. Once I complete the sentence, you should repeat with me. The first sentence. There should be place for everything and everything should be in place. This is the motive of set in order. Can you repeat with me, beta? What's the meaning of set in order? There should be place for everything and everything should be in that particular place. This is the objective of set in order. Suppose there are 100 tools and equipments in that particular workplace. Okay. So what set in order require? All are necessary or all in regular use. You should have a place for every item. And whenever the workers are using that item, once the use is completed, the tools and equipment should be placed in their particular location so that whenever any other worker requires the same, they have not to ask anyone where this equipment is located. So there should be place for everyone and everything should be in its place. Whenever the work is completed, place that equipment, tools or jigs or die in that particular designated area only. Okay, so the first word is sorting. The second word is set in order. Now, important thing, shine. Whenever we say the word shine, normally if a layman consider this as cleanliness of the premises. That is sweeping वगैरह जो हम झाड़ू वाड़ू लगाना बोलते हैं वाली चीज. But it not only related to shine is not only related to cleanliness of the workplace, but is also related with maintaining the machine in proper working condition. This is very, very important. Shine doesn't only cover cleanliness, the furniture, the office table, or the floor of the premises, but it also means maintaining the cleanliness, proper maintenance of machines in the organization. Okay, beta? So the first S is sort, the second is set in order, the third one is shine, and all these things should be standardized. So there should be SOP. What do you mean by SOP? Standard operating procedure for sorting, standard operating procedure for set in order, standard operating procedure for shine, so that above 3S can work effectively for the organization. So the fourth S is nothing about the compliance of the above 3S, sorting, set in order, and shine. So SOPs are developed, standard operating procedure are developed for each and every S, sort, set in order, and shine, so that they can benefit the organization. And the last one is sustain. Once a period is over, you should have a periodic review. It can be a quarterly review, it can be a half-yearly review, so that if any loophole is identified by the audit committee, the same can be rectified in the 3S, sort, set in order, and shine. Basically, out of 5, the working one are the first 3. while the fourth if just creating the standard operating procedure so that the above can work effectively. And the fifth if once a period is over, we will have a periodic review and check whether the organization is being benefited by implementing the sorting, set in order, and shine. And if there is any improvement required, if there is any loophole that has to be turned, it should be tackled off in the next period. For that, again, the FOP will be revised. क्लियर है बेटा? तो बहुत बहुत अच्छी टेक्निक, इट्स अ वेरी गुड टेक्निक एंड अ वेरी सिंपल टेक्निक रिगार्डिंग द 5 years. अब आप एक काम करें बेटा, इफ यू आर हैविंग द हार्ड कॉपी ऑफ द स्टडी मटेरियल, प्लीज राइट डाउन हियर, please write down here in page number 18. In case you are not having the hard copy of the study material, please write down this language of set in order. Please write down beta. There should be place for everything. There should be place for everything, and everything should be in its place. There should be place for everything, and everything should be in its place. Clear, beta? Chaliye. So now it's your turn. Have a reading of all these points given in page number 17 and page number 18 of the study material. यहां तक आप एक बार रीड आउट कीजिए बेटा. If you are having any doubt in any of the points, you can ask me. पेज नंबर 17 और पेज नंबर 18 तक जो मैंने अंडरलाइन किया हूं, वहां तक आप एक रीड आउट कीजिए. Then it's a very simple case scenario given to you. Just you have to apply what you have studied in 5 years with the application part of the particular case scenario. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 minutes of time to read out page number 17 and 18. Each and every word should be interpreted by you, and in case of any doubt, you are feel free to ask that out. Okay, chaliye, 5 minutes are available with you. While reading, beta, if you have any doubt, you can ask me that doubt. Soham have asked for which waste out of timwood if tried to be minimized in 5F method. Basically, beta, it is reflecting in each and every type of wave, but especially we can say the waiting time and the defect. If the environment is neat and clean, definitely, if the necessary items are in particular place, the waiting time can be reduced and there are less chances of error that should be committed in the finished goods. So basically, it's focusing on waiting and the defect, but it will have a positive impact on each and every type of waste, undoubted. Okay, one student has asked why this 50 feet have been given. Better, there is no such in an organization, there is no single worker. Okay, so the responsibility has been fixed that this is your area. Whatever problem is there, you have to identify that one. Regarding the other person responsibility is there. So it's a subjective one, 50 feet, 80 feet, 90 feet, 20 feet. It's a subjective one, depends upon the number of workers. Okay, beta. Hope you are comfortable with this third technique, a very, very simple technique that is 5S. Okay. Now, one case scenario is there regarding the application of 5S in a chartered accountancy firm. Whether in your office, just imagine, beta, whether sorting is required, that is, all the files, documents are to be segregated into necessary and unnecessary files. Yes, definitely it should be there. The only important point you should consider while solving this particular case scenario, you should not be completely focused on offline files, that is hard copy of the document. And nowadays, majority of the files are stored in the soft copy, that is in the desktop itself. Okay, so you should write not only the hard copy regarding the files that should be stored in the cabinet, but it should also be the folder inside your PC, inside your personal computer or laptop that should be properly sorted. All the necessary file should be in a particular area. It should be properly labeled. All the files of a particular client should be in a particular area. It should be particularly labeled also. Okay, so a very simple case scenario, nothing special. Just you have to apply your office scenario in this particular case scenario. Okay, एक बार पढ़ लेते बेटा, then I will give you some time to read out the solution. It's a very simple. The only special thing is you should not only focus on the cabinet file, you should also focus on the soft copy of the file that is to be maintained in the system. Let's read it out. This case scenario. Y&E, a chartered accountant, offers a wide range of specialized, multidisciplinary professional services that meet the immediate as well as long-term business needs of the client. One of the partner E was upset with office documentation. Partner argued that a document management solution is needed to maximize the efficiency within the firm. The senior partner Y has recently attended a seminar on lean system and heard about the concept 5F. He said that the old file hide the key file from the I and forces staff to ask which to use. Accordingly, he desired to implement the 5F. आपको advise करना है about the implementation of 5F. So first of all, you should write 1 or 2 lines about the 5F. that it's a workplace organization method. It focus on cleaning the workplace of the organization along with maintaining the necessary and the unnecessary files in its proper place. Then you should start with 5F. The first F is sorting. Segregate the necessary and the unnecessary file not only in hard copy but also the soft copy available in the system. Then second point, very, very important, set in order. There should be a place for everything and everything should be in its proper place. Okay, whenever you want to extract a particular file of a particular kind, once the use is there, you should place that particular file in its designated area. फिर शाइन में आप लिख सकते हैं every article and every partner should be, start the day for minimum 5 minutes cleaning their workspace so that the rest of the day can be properly managed effectively and efficiently. Then standardized word is making SOP, standard operating procedure for the above 3F so that they can work in the benefit of the organization. And whenever audit review is there, if there is any improvement, you should have to implement that one and sort, set in order and shine. So simple case scenario, nothing special about it. Just you have to know about the 5F technique. And the most important part, not only you should focus on the offline file, that is the hard copy of the document, but also the soft copy of the document need to be sorted and set in order. है ना? तो एक बार समझ देता हूं बेटा. Let's have a reading of this solution given in page number 19, and then we move towards another important topic apart from the JIT system. Now the second important topic, TPM, total productive maintenance. Okay, so उसके पहले I am giving you 5 minutes. एक बार read out कीजिए and please check कीजिए कि जो आपके मन में thought आ रहे हैं, whether it is covered in this, what's new you are learning to answer such type of case scenario. Okay, 5 minutes are available with you. Try to identify the new points, Peter, which you have not thought about writing if such case scenario has been attempted by you. That will be the learning of this new case scenario. Chaliye beta, hope you have learned from this case scenario. And now let's start the first important topic of today's session, and that is the TPM, Total Productive Maintenance. Aye beta. Give the heading in your copy, Total Productive Maintenance, and the abbreviation of it is TPM, Total Productive Maintenance. Whenever the word maintenance is there, we thought about maintaining the machinery of the organization, maintaining the equipment in the organization. Rightly said, beta? Whenever the word maintenance is heard by us, we generally have a view of maintaining the machine, maintaining the equipment of the organization. In earlier days, maintenance can be ad hoc. Whenever needed, then only the maintenance of machinery should be done. Nowadays, scheduled maintenance is also there, that is periodical maintenance. But TPM, total productive maintenance, is much beyond the maintenance. Whatever the basic imagination of a layman is there regarding the maintenance, that the ad hoc maintenance, whenever needed, they will do the maintenance of the machine. The periodic maintenance, they are not only covered in this terminology TPM, but it is far, far beyond that maintenance topic. Therefore, it has been covered in as a technique to reduce the 7 type of waste, that is TIMWOOD, to achieve the objective of lean system. Okay, so we can say if TPM is the medical science of machines. Not only it will involve the machines, equipment, it will involve the employees of the organization also, it will involve the process of the organization also. So we can simply call it it's the medical science of maintaining the machine. It involves the machines, it involves the equipment, it involves the process, it involves the employees, most importantly employees, all together add value to the organization. Okay, this concept of TPM was first introduced by Nippon Denso Company Limited. This is the company which supply raw material to the Toyota company. I already told you, beta, that lean system and particularly the concept of GIT has been introduced by Taichi Ono in the early 50s in Toyota production system. So this TPM concept has been brought to the world by Nippon Denso Company Limited, a supplier of Toyota company. It brought all together a new concept of maintenance that involves, once again, I'm repeating this important point, it involves the machinery, equipment, process, and most importantly, the employees that add values to the organization. Okay, beta? So please give the heading, total productive maintenance. Total productive maintenance. Write down the very first point, objective. Write down the very first point, objective. What's the objective this TPM is carrying? लिखिए बेटा इसमें, to maintain all the machines in top working condition so that machinery breakdown can be eliminated, can be avoided, machinery breakdown can be avoided, and delay in manufacturing can be minimized. And delay in manufacturing can be minimized. Write down the second point, drop one line and write down the second point. This concept was introduced by, please copy this line from the screen, Nippon Denso Company Limited, Japan, a supplier of Toyota Company. This concept was introduced by Nippon Denso Company Limited, a supplier of Toyota Company. Drop one line and write down third point, meaning. TPM is a system which helps to maintain and thereby improving the reliability of the machine, comma, efficiency of the machine, and effectiveness of the machine. I have used three words: reliable, effectiveness, and efficiency. I'm repeating beta my words. I use three words in the definition part. The first word I used is reliability of the machine. Second word I used is the efficiency of the machine. Third word I used the effectiveness of the machine. Can you tell me the meaning of each and every word? Reliable, effectiveness, and efficiency. I'm waiting for your answers, beta. Because ये वर्ड सुनने में तो बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं, but we should know the clear meaning of all the three words: reliability of the machine, efficiency of the machine, and effectiveness of the machine. Okay, there is a difference between all these three terminology. Let me ask first to you, what do you mean by reliability of the machine, efficiency of the machine, and effectiveness of the machine? Waiting for your answers. तीनों टर्मिनोलॉजी टोटली डिफरेंट है बेटा, तो उनके क्या क्या मीनिंग है, प्लीज कम्युनिकेट टू मी. I'm waiting for your reply, beta. What's the difference between reliability? What's the meaning of efficiency of machine? And what do you mean by effectiveness of the machines? Okay, Sohan has answered in Hindi. भरोसेमंद, speed and purposeful. Okay, Soham. Jyoti have answered effectiveness means getting desired result. Efficiency means work to be done on time with optimum use of available resources. Okay, beta, Jyoti, up to the mark. Your answer is up to the mark. Very good. पहला वर्किंग कंडीशन क्वांटिटेटिव एंड क्वालिटेटिव भावी 100% करेक्ट है बेटा. सो जो पहला वाला है ना वर्किंग कंडीशन दैट डजंट सूट द वर्ड रिलायबिलिटी. ओके, reliability is to get what we want. Okay, I'm waiting for 1 or 2 more minutes beta. So basically the reliability of machine means whenever we want to utilize that machine, whether that machine is available to us. Available to us, what does it mean? Available to us means if we want production for 7 hours, whether we can assure ourselves that whenever we start the production, the machine can produce the unit uninterruptedly for a continuous period of 7 hours. That is known as reliability. If the machine is unreliable, then there are chances that machine breakdown will be there. What is machine breakdown? Suddenly the machine stops working. मशीन का चलते चलते अचानक बंद हो जाना ब्रेकडाउन कहलाता है. So reliability should be there, that even if we want to use the machine for a continuous period of 7 years, the machine will be available to us. Efficiency of the machine is indicated with speed of the machine. Speed of the machine. Suppose the machine have a capacity, practical capacity of producing 100 units an hour. So whether the speed is being maintained by the machine, that is the work of TPM. And the last word is effectiveness. Although the machine is producing to its practical capacity, that is 100 units per hour, but effectiveness indicate whenever the machine is producing that output, whether the quality output is being produced by the machine or not. Due to the defect in the machine, it might be possible that your output might also be defective. So effectiveness deals with the quality of the output generated by the machine. I'm repeating, effectiveness deals with quality of the output generated by the machine. Efficiency deals with speed of the machine. And reliability indicate whether we can trust the machine whenever we needed them. क्या कहीं वो चलते चलते अचानक breakdown ना हो जाए? That is the meaning of reliability. So TPM is a method through which we maintain and further improve the reliability of the machine, the efficiency of the machine, and the effectiveness of the machines. Clear, beta? Sure. Now, a very important theoretical part, not a practical part. It's a theoretical part, that what are the 8 pillars of TPM. If we work on all these pillars, definitely we can achieve the reliability of the machine, efficiency of the machine, and effectiveness of the machine. So what are those 8 pillars? Please write down in your copy, beta. 8 pillars of TPM. 8 pillars of TPM. Give the heading. 8 pillars of TPM. Write down pillar number 1. You can write also P1. P stands for pillar. P1, autonomous maintenance. Autonomous maintenance. Second, planned maintenance. Second pillar is planned maintenance. Third pillar is quality maintenance. Third pillar is quality maintenance. Fourth pillar is focused improvement. Fourth pillar is focused improvement. Fifth pillar is early management. Early management. Sixth pillar is safety, health, and environment, safety, health, and environment, safety, health, and environment. Seventh pillar is education and training, education and training. And the last one is office TPM, office TPM. So there are total 8 pillars of a TPM. The first one is autonomous maintenance. The second one is plant maintenance. Third one is quality maintenance. Fourth one is focused improvement. Fifth one is early management. Sixth one is related with health, safety and environment. Then education and training. And the last one is office TPM. Okay, beta. What we will do, definitely, I will tell you all the meaning of each and every pillar. But before that, why not you should have a reading of each and every pillar given in the study material and try to interpret on your own what do you mean by autonomous maintenance, plant maintenance, quality maintenance. Once your reading is over, interpretation reading is over, then we will discuss together what is the meaning of each and every pillar so that you can be better understanding of this particular concept. What are the 8 pillars of TPM? Okay, beta. So I'm giving you complete 5 minutes time. Please utilize this time very effectively, beta. No? Because if you are able to interpret the language, definitely it will add value to your examination marks. Okay, because costing SCMP is all about interpretation, interpreting the question, the intention behind it, and answering the accordingly. That will fetch you the good marks. Okay, so 5 minutes I am giving to you. Read out from the study material, page number 21. It is given. What do you mean by lean system and what are the techniques available of each and every pillars of TPM? Okay, beta. So 5 minutes are available with you. Then we will discuss together what do you mean by each and every pillars. Please read out very carefully with each and every word and try to understand what are the 8 pillars of TPM. Yes, Jyoti, I will come on to that point, engineering and re-engineering process. Please wait for a few minutes. Okay, beta. Now let's start combined discussion about these 8 pillars of TPM. The very first pillar is autonomous maintenance. Okay, in the prerequisite for successful implementation of GIT system, there is a prerequisite known as workforce development. In that workforce development, a point is there regarding give the training to workers to have limited maintenance. The word important is limited. To have limited maintenance. Autonomous maintenance means continuous maintenance. The operator who is operating the machine should be given the responsibility for day-to-day routine maintenance of that machine itself. It means for autonomous maintenance, routine maintenance, the technical staff of maintenance team will not be called on. Whatever operator who is operating that machine should be given the training to change the oil, engine oil, whenever it is required, to change the conveyor belt, to tighten the nuts and bolts of the machinery and different things so that machinery can be maintained in top working condition. So this is the very first maintenance that will be done by the machine operator. Okay, देखिए क्या मतलब है इसका यहाँ पे operation of equipment without breakdown and eliminating the defect at source through active employee participation. In this particular maintenance, no dedicated technical team will be there. The employee who is the operator of the machine has a duty to do the routine maintenance such as cleaning, lubricating, visual inspection if there is any fault in the machining, tightening of loosened bolt, etc. So that the technical team of maintenance will be dedicated to the area where they are needed the most. Okay, समझ में आया बेटा? ऑटोनोमस मेंटेनेंस, जो ऑपरेटर उस मशीन को ऑपरेट कर रहा है उसी को हम ये डे टू डे रूटीन के मेंटेनेंस का जब वर्क देते हैं, then that is known as autonomous maintenance. Second maintenance, planned maintenance. इसको आप बोल सकते हो scheduled maintenance और technical maintenance. Every machinery has a scheduled maintenance, planned maintenance. Some machinery require planned maintenance a month, a quarter, or a year. It depends on the machine. It depends on the manufacturer condition. So this is the proper maintenance system adopted for improving the equipment. यहाँ पर हम जो उसकी लाइफ है, जो उसकी रिलायबिलिटी है, हम उसको क्या करते हैं, प्रॉपर इंटेक रखते हैं ड्यू टू दिस प्लांट मेंटेनेंस. So plant maintenance simply means scheduled maintenance. And कभी-कभी अगर breakdown हो जाता है, then that maintenance is also covered under the plant maintenance. But this maintenance will be done by the dedicated maintenance team. Okay, beta? So पहला maintenance, autonomous maintenance, done by the operator of the machine. Plant maintenance, it will be a proper maintenance of the machine periodically by the technical staff of maintenance team. Third will be the quality maintenance. This is towards achieving customer satisfaction through delivery of highest quality product. Whether the output generated by the machine is giving us the highest quality product or not, this is the work of quality maintenance. Okay, through this we will go through root cause analysis, customer data analysis. We will take feedback from the customer, and if there is any issue, we will go towards the technique of root cause analysis. What's the reason behind that defect? We will identify in quality maintenance. So there are three maintenance: autonomous maintenance, plant maintenance, and quality maintenance. Badu beta aage. Now, fourth point is focused improvement, also known as Kaizen costing. Take small incremental cost reduction steps to increase the reliability, efficiency, and effectiveness of the machine. And the technique is known as Kaizen costing. हर periodically, weekly, fortnightly आप छोटे छोटे स्टेप लीजिए to improve the reliability, efficiency, and effectiveness of the machine. So apart from autonomous maintenance, plant maintenance, quality maintenance, the workers are also being motivated to do the Kaizen costing tech, to implement the Kaizen costing technique, so that there should be small incremental increase in the efficiency and effectiveness of the machine. Okay. Now this one is very special. The fifth maintenance, that is early management. It's also called as early equipment management. Right now, you are operating the machine. You know the current flaws in the machine or the loopholes in the machine. Note down that flaws in a particular register or a document. Apart from that, the operator who is using the machine wants some features that is right now not available in the existing machine. Also note down that feature. Now, this document of existing flaws in the machine and what are the features we require in the future machine is readily available whenever you are planned to purchase a customized machinery. जब भी फ्यूचर में आप कस्टमाइज मशीनरी परचेज करेंगे, then this document will be handy to communicate your requirement that these are the issues we are facing in the existing machine. We don't want such issues to be faced in the new machine also. And these are the new features which are not available in the existing machine, but we want you to incorporate in the new machine. So that document will be required for अर्ली इक्विपमेंट मैनेजमेंट. मतलब जो फ्यूचर में आप मशीनरी खरीदना चाहते हैं उसके लिए आप आज से ही प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो. What are the flaws in the existing machine and what additional features you require? So the technique is known as engineering and re-engineering process. या आप पढ़ेंगे BPR, business process re-engineering. Right from the scratch हम जाते हैं कि अगर हमें नई मशीनरी अप्लाई करना होगा तो हमें कौन कौन से फीचर्स उसमें इंप्लीमेंट करने पड़ते हैं. So this is the fifth pillar of TPM. क्या क्या हो गया? Autonomous maintenance. Second, plant maintenance. Third, quality maintenance. Fourth, early equipment. Fifth, आपका हो जाएगा Kaizen costing, focused improvement. Now, the next two, 6 and 7, is related with employees. Providing them the safe environment, providing them a healthy environment, because if the worker feels safe, feel healthy while operating the machine, they can give their 100%. But if the worker doesn't feel safe about operating the machine, then definitely the quality and the speed of the machinery will be affected due to the non-safety in the machine. So provide a safe environment, provide a healthy environment so that the machine operator can give his 100% efficiency. If worker can operate at 100% efficiency, definitely the machines will provide us the reliable output. Give them training and education, increase the morale of the employees so that they can work better towards the machine. Regarding the autonomous maintenance, we can give the updation regarding the new machinery, how to properly tackle that maintenance, how to identify the defect regarding the quality maintenance. So education and training. And office TPM means not only this technique can be applied in the factory, but it can be equally applied in the office automation also. Clear it up? Any doubt? An important theoretical point. What are the 8 pillars of TPM? Okay. चलिए बेटा बड़े आगे बबन. Now the practical part. लिखिए बेटा. Practical portion of TPM. Practical portion of TPM. लिखिए इसमें बेटा, अंडरलाइन कर दीजिए, प्रैक्टिकल कैलकुलेशन इन टीपीएम। ये हेडिंग होगी। अब नेक्स्ट लाइन में लिखिए आप, द कैलकुलेशन इफ रिलेटेड विथ, द कैलकुलेशन इफ रिलेटेड विथ measuring the performance of the machine, measuring the performance of the machines, and the technique through which performance is measured, and the technique through which performance is measured is known as, write down in inverted comma, overall equipment effectiveness. I am underlining this word, overall equipment effectiveness. Overall equipment effectiveness, write down in bracket, this is the very common abbreviation, OEE. So the author has identified 6 type of losses associated with machine. What are those losses? Let's have a look at that. Equipment failure or a breakdown. I already told you, when the machine is working, it suddenly stop working. It's known as breakdown. Machine का चलते चलते अचानक से बंद हो जाना is known as breakdown. Setup and adjustment. You know the word setup. When one batch is completed, the necessary working, so that the second batch can start, is known as setup oblique adjustment. Idling and minor stoppage, reduced speed, reduced yield, and quality defect and rework. So in पूरे fixed losses को you will measure through a technique known as overall equipment effectiveness. So whenever you have to measure the performance of a particular machinery, we will calculate the overall equipment effectiveness, which will take care of all the fixed losses. So basically, the fixed losses will be grouped into 3 ratios. The first 2 losses will be covered in the first ratio, known as availability ratio. The next 2 ratios, ratio number 3rd and 4th, are related with performance ratio. We can also call it as speed ratio. And the last 2 losses will be covered in quality ratio. So there are 3 ratios which we need to calculate. The result of all these 3 ratios is known as overall equipment effectiveness. Okay. So what are the 3 ratios? The first ratio is availability ratio. The second ratio is performance ratio. We can also call it as speed ratio. The third ratio is known as defect ratio. Okay. तो चलिए देखिए बेटा, लिखिए बेटा, यहां पे डिटेल नहीं दिया है, आप लिखिए इसमें। OEE, that is overall equipment effectiveness. OEE is the multiplication result of 3 ratios. OEE is the multiplication result of 3 ratios. Next line में लिखिए, ratio number 1 availability ratio. Ratio number 1 availability ratio. Next line, ratio number 2 performance ratio. Ratio number 2, performance ratio. And next, write down ratio number 3, quality ratio. अब लिखिए बेटा आप इसमें 2 लाइन ड्रॉप करके अवेलेबिलिटी रेशियो. इसमें लिखिए this ratio measures the actual available time. This ratio measures the actual available time, of the machine with the planned available time of the machine. With the planned available time of the machine. So how to calculate this one? देखिए बेटा, फॉर्मूला लिखिए इसका. Availability ratio is equal to actual machine time divided by planned machine time into 100. Now, how to calculate the planned machine time and the actual machine time? तो देखिए बेटा, सबसे पहले you are having total available time. Say single shift. It will be available in the question. आपके पास 480 minutes है. This is the total available time, 480 minutes. Okay, 8 hour की shift है, 480 minutes. Can you tell me beta whether this 480 minutes is the planned machine time? Yes or no? Whether it's practically possible that there are 8 hours in a shift and we can consider all the time in that shift as planned available time, planned machine time? Yes or no, along with the logic? That the total available time in a day in a single shift can be called as planned available time, whether it's logical or illogical, along with the reason. No, beta, it will not be a logical one because out of 480 minutes, there should be a certain normal idle time, such as the worker reaches the factory premises at 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, but it's practically not at all possible that the production starts at morning 8. It will take some time to change the dress code and start the machine. So 5 to 10 minutes are there. Then there will be tea break, lunch break, fed up between one machine and the other machine. So there has to be some normal idle time. If we consider 480 as the planned available time, our availability ratio can never be equal to 100% because there has to be some normal idle time which should be deducted from the total available time. So इसमें से हम less करेंगे normal idle time. Okay, so अब जो ये आंसर आएगा that is known as planned machine time. Plant machine time. If we say when we deduct abnormal idle time that is not planned but happened in that particular period, plant abnormal idle time, जब हम इसमें फिर डिडक्ट करेंगे, then we will be able to know the actual machine time. It's very simple, beta na. If there are two shifts, then we will take 960 minutes, 480 for a single shift. So if there are two shifts working, then it will be 960. It totally depends on how many hours the organization is planned to work. Out of that time, we will deduct the normal idle time. We will get the planned machine time. This is the practical time which we can work in the organization. We will compare this with the actual machine time. The difference between planned and actual machine time is the abnormal idle time. Clear है बेटा? चलिए बढ़ते हैं अपन आगे. So this is the availability ratio. Second लिखिए आप performance ratio. It is also known as speed ratio. पहला पॉइंट लिखिए इसमें आप. It is also known as speed ratio. Second point लिखिए. It's the ratio of time taken by one unit, actual time taken by one unit as against the standard time required for a unit. As against the standard time required for a unit. Formula लिखिए बेटा. Performance ratio is equal to standard time per unit divided by actual time per unit. Okay, drop one or two line and then write down the quality ratio. It's very simple. Quality ratio. फॉर्मूला लिख दीजिए बेटा इसका डायरेक्टली. क्वालिटी रेशियो इज इक्वल टू first time good unit. Quality ratio is equal to first time good unit divided by total units produced. First time good unit divided by total units produced. Drop one or two line and then write down beta OEE is equal to availability ratio multiply by performance ratio multiply by quality ratio. Availability ratio multiply by performance ratio multiply by quality ratio. Okay, beta? Now, suppose the quality overall equipment ratio is 80%. Okay. How can we check whether this 80% is sufficient or not? We should have a benchmark through which we will compare the overall equipment effectiveness of a particular organization. That concept, that benchmark has been given in the study material. Whenever we make a comparison, whether the organization overall equipment effectiveness is up to the mark or they require some improvement, we should compare it with the universal benchmark. And the universal benchmark that has been given in our study material is 85% overall equipment effectiveness is the benchmark. An individual benchmark is also given regarding each and every ratio, availability ratio. Second is performance ratio, and the third one is quality ratio. When the organization is able to achieve OW of 85%, we can say that the organization has achieved the standard norms. Anything below than 85% requires a lot of improvement at the organization. And individually, availability ratio should be more than 80%. Standard is performance ratio should be more than 95%, and quality ratio should be more than 99%. लिख it down. Give the heading benchmark of world-class performance. Please write down. Next line. As per Nakajima, I am highlighting this point. As per Nakajima, in the year 1998, as per Mr. Nakajima, in the year 1988, the ideal value for OEE components, the ideal value for OEE components should be, write down the first point, availability ratio should be more than 90%. Availability ratio should be more than 90%. Next line, second point. Performance ratio should be more than 95%. Performance ratio should be more than 95%. Next line, third point. Quality ratio should be more than 99%. And last point, likhiye, 4 point. The overall OEE should be, minimum 85%. आप इन तीनों को मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए बेटा, 0.9 into 0.95 into 0.99. Approximately you will get the same answer of 85%. So these are the world-class performance benchmark. Whenever question say comment on OEE, suppose the organization OEE 78%, you have to compare that 78% with the world-class performance of numbers given here, 90, 95%, 99%, and the overall minimum should be 85%. Okay, beta? Chale. So there are, I think, 3 or 4 practical questions related to calculation of OEE, overall equipment effectiveness. Let's take a break now. And when we complete the break, after the break, we will start the practical question on OEE. So please be on time. We will start the practical question sharp at 19:45. Okay, beta. Even you delay by 1 or 2 minutes, definitely the starting we have taken. So it will be difficult for you to understand the practical implication of this calculation of availability ratio, performance ratio, and the quality ratio. So please, a request, be on time. I will start the session after the break at 19:45 hours. Okay, बेटा चलिए ब्रेक लीजिए आप 19:45 चलिए बेटा, अब स्टार्ट करते हैं प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस ऑन टीपीएम, है ना। वी आर ऑलरेडी सीइंग द कंसेप्ट ऑफ टीपीएम, फिर हमने उसका जो प्रैक्टिकल पोर्शन है, स्टार्ट करते हैं प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन। प्रैक्टिकल पोर्शन भी हमने उसका कवर कर लिया, अभी नॉलेज ले लिया। नाउ इट्स टाइम फॉर एप्लीकेशन। जो भी हमने पढ़ा है, OEE, अवेलेबिलिटी रेशियो, परफॉर्मेंस रेशियो एंड क्वालिटी रेशियो, अब उसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं। इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, there are minimum 3 questions or 4 questions might be in our study material. We will solve each and every question of that. Okay, चलिए आइए आप क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकेंड, इट्स अवेलेबल इन पेज नंबर 22। पेज नंबर 22 में क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकेंड आप निकालिए बेटा। पेज नंबर 22, क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकेंड। ओके, आई एम स्टार्टिंग दिस क्वेश्चन। Kiwi Limited manufacture spare parts and can be called high volume based manufacturing environment. The company is using the system of TPM for maintaining and improving the integrity of manufacturing process. There are several different automated manufacturing machines located in the plant. Yes, beta, one very important thing. If you are having 10 machines, then 10 OEE will be calculated, है ना। हर मशीन के लिए जब आप OEE सेपरेटली कैलकुलेट करते हैं, then it will be a better comparison of machine data with the previous year data of that particular machine, through which manufacturing or spare parts are done and supplier to cater demand in the market. So first para is a general market. The name of the company is Kiwi Limited. They have already implemented TPM in the organization. There are several different automated manufacturing machines installed at different locations in the factory premises. A 12-hour shift is scheduled to produce a spare part in Kiwi Limited as shown in the schedule below. So number of shift is 1 and the number of hours in that particular shift is 12. The shift has 3 15 minutes break and a 10-minute cleanup period. Just apply your knowledge, beta, where this detail of 3 15 minutes break and a 10-minute cleanup period is useful, whether it's useful to calculate the availability ratio or performance ratio or quality ratio. Where this line, the shift has 3 15-minute break and a 10-minute cleanup period, ये हमें कहां पे useful होगा? Please answer to me. Please answer fast, beta. जो 3 10 15 minutes break है and a 10-minute cleanup period, this data is useful when we calculate dash ratio. ओके कानीमोजी, करेक्ट आंसर आपने दिया है। ओके, 3 or 4 students have also given me the correct answer. Whenever we calculate the availability ratio, this detail is useful there, and this are whether normal idle time or abnormal idle time. Definitely before the shift start, we know that there are 3 15 minutes break and a 10 cleanup minute period. Therefore it will be a normal idle time. Okay, चलिए बढ़ते आगे। Production schedule for automated machine NZ10 for one of the particular machine का हमें डेटा दे रहा है। Cycle 10 seconds. Can you please interpret this point? What do you mean by cycle 10 seconds? What does this indicates, beta? I'm waiting for your interpretation. Cycle 10 seconds. What does this indicates? A very, very important interpretation in this particular question. Cycle 10 seconds. It means to manufacture a unit, the standard time is 10 seconds. Once again, I am repeating, beta. To manufacture a unit, the standard time is 10 seconds cycle. No, 10 seconds. To manufacture a unit, standard time is 10 seconds. Spare parts actually manufactured 3360. Out of that, 75 units have been scrapped, and unplanned downtime is 36 minutes. Now, read out the requirement part and tell me whether we have to use that world-class performance data in our answer or not, or simply we have to calculate the overall equipment effectiveness. Read out the requirement part and communicate to me in yes or no whether we have to use that data of world-class performance 90%, 95%, 99%, and overall 85%. Yes or no? Yes, beta, we have to use that data because not only the calculation is required, the comment has also been asked. So the only way to comment on OEE of the organization is to compare the OEE of the organization with the world-class performance given by Nakajima. Okay, 90%, 95%, 99%, and overall it's 85%. Okay, so whenever the comment has been asked in the topic TPM, always link it with the world-class performance data. Clear है? चलिए बेटा. So now, first of all, the time will be made available to you to solve the availability ratio, then performance ratio, and then the quality ratio. And one promise you have to make, you will not look at the answer part. This is the complete question in the screen. You should not refer your study material right now. If you are having the hard copy, please check from the screen and complete the question on a rough page. What will be the availability ratio, performance ratio, quality ratio? Even you have completed the answer, don't refer to the solution given in the study material. Wait for a few minutes and then we will combinedly solve that question and check whether you have done it on the right track or not. Okay, beta? So I'm giving you 5 minutes of time to try this first question of TPM on your own. Nothing to lose from your side. Always there will be gain when a student try on their own without the support of the teacher. Okay, because ultimately student has to face the examination. So already we have discussed in length how to calculate the availability, performance, and quality ratio. Now it's time for application. So I'm giving you complete 5 minutes of time. You have to promise to yourself that you will not refer the institute solution. You will complete the complete solution on your own on a rough page. Okay, चलिए 5 minutes है आपके पास. Don't refer to the solution part, Bitana. You have to commit to yourself that I will solve this question on my own. And once you completed the question solution, please share me the answer. What will be the OEE of the organization? Last 1 or 2 minutes is available with you, beta. Please try to complete within that time. I'm starting the question in next 30 seconds. Please try to complete within that time. Okay, beta. So let's start the question. So first of all, we will calculate the availability ratio. Okay. So we are having 12-hour shift. While the normal idle time and abnormal idle time since given in minutes, therefore it's better to convert the 12 hours into minutes. So first of all, computation of availability ratio. Computation of availability ratio. So the very first point, total available time in a shift. So 12 hours multiplied by 60 minutes, it will provide you 720 minutes are the theoretical time available. This time is not practically available because there has to be certain normal idle time. So we will deduct less normal idle time. Normal idle time. It's 3 break of 15 minutes. It is given in the question. And a 1 break of 10 minutes. So 3 into 15, 45 plus 10, it's 55 minutes. So the planned available time is 665 minutes. It is known as planned time. Okay, now we have to deduct minus less abnormal idle time. Abnormal idle time is given in the last point. I think it's 36 minutes. So the actual time we have utilized is 631 minutes we have actually worked. Actual time. Okay, beta. So the availability ratio is 631. Just a minute. 631 divided by 665 into 100. Clear है? This is the availability ratio. बड़े बेटा अपन आगे चलिए second point. Now performance ratio. What is the actual output? What is the actual output? Actual output is 3360. Actual output is 3360. Double 360 units. Standard time per unit is 10 seconds. क्लियर है? सो मैं इसी को बोल सकता हूं स्टैंडर्ड आउटपुट per minute. If a unit is to be manufactured in 10 seconds, then in a minute, how many units should be manufactured? 6 units should be manufactured. चलेगा? Standard time per unit is 10 seconds. In other words, the standard output in a minute should be 6 units. Okay. Therefore, standard hours for output of 3360. How many hours are required to manufacture this output of 3360? So it's 3360 divided by 6 unit. Divide कीजिए कितना आ रहा है? 3360 divided by 6 unit per minute. So 3360 divided by 6. So it is 560 minutes are required for manufacture of 3360 unit. 560 minutes are required to manufacture 3360 unit, while the same output 3360 unit has been manufactured in 631 unit. So whether the efficiency of the machine is below 100% or above 100%, tell me beta. 560 minutes are required to manufacture 3360 unit, while the same unit has been manufactured in 631 minutes. So the efficiency will be low or high. Definitely the efficiency will be low. Therefore, the efficiency ratio will be 560 minutes are required, while the actual time taken is 631 minutes. This will give you the efficiency ratio. Clear? Last point, quality ratio. It's a very, very simple ratio, quality ratio. The word important are first time good unit. First time good unit. So you have manufactured 3360 unit. Out of that, 75 units are scrapped. It means those 75 units are not first time good unit. So the difference between 3360 less 75 unit is first time good unit divided by total units manufactured by the organization. This will give the quality ratio, and the multiplication of availability ratio, performance ratio, and quality ratio will give you the overall equipment effectiveness. And this should be compared with world-class performance ratio of 90, 95, 99, and overall 85% ratio. ठीक है बेटा? चलिए. Any doubt in this particular question? ओके बेटा, कैलकुलेशन देख लीजिएगा. आई थिंक आई हैव कमिटेड अ मिस्टेक. एक्चुअल टाइम इज 629 मिनट इंस्टेड ऑफ 631 मिनट. तो आप कैलकुलेशन देख लीजिएगा बेटा अपने एंड पे. कंसेप्ट क्लियर है सभी को? कैन वी मूव फर्दर टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? चलिए अब आते हैं, आप नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में आइए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन बेटा आई थिंक आपको मिलेगा ऑन द टेस्ट योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग पार्ट पे. Now we will solve question number 5. First, we will solve question number 5. It's question number 5, page number 46. Question number 5, page number 46. Okay, बेटा चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. वंस अगेन टाइम विल बी गिवन टू यू टू सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन ऑन योर ओन, एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो पेज नंबर 46, इट्स क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. आई एम स्टार्टिंग. GVK Pharmaceutical Limited is producing medication product, pills, balms, etc., and can be called high volume based production environment. There are several different automated production machines located in the plant through which the production of medicine is accomplished and fulfilled the demand. Almost similar language of first para as of question number 2. Plants operates in double shift a day, each consisting of 8 hours with 25 minutes lunch break and tea break of 10 minutes. Following data pertains to automated machine X78 for 14 February 2020 का फ्राइडे का आपको डेटा दिया है. breakdown, repair, and startup time, which is unplanned. Unplanned means abnormal idle time is 90 minutes. Standard cycle time, that is one tablet required 2.5 minutes. To manufacture a tablet, we require 2.5 minutes. Quality loss due to scrap, rework, and rejection is 40 tablet, while the total quantity that has been produced during that particular day is 280 units. Calculate OEE. You don't have to compare this with the world class performer. Simply you have to calculate the OEE. तो यहां से आपको क्वेश्चन पढ़ना स्टार्ट करना है बेटा, और यहां तक ये आपका क्वेश्चन है. आप इसको अपने लेवल पे सॉल्व कीजिए. आई एम वंस अगेन गिविंग यू 5 minutes ऑफ टाइम to complete this particular question. Before utilizing those time, first have a reading once more beta of this question, and then you should start calculating availability ratio, performance ratio, and quality ratio. Okay, चलिए एक छोटा सा ट्रिक है बेटा यहाँ पे. That's why I'm saying you read out the question once again, and then you will proceed to solve the question. Once again, don't refer to the solution part given in the study material. Once completed, beta, please let me know so that we can start discussing that particular question number 5. Okay, beta. I think most of the student has completed. Now let's start discussing this point. The most important tricky point in this particular question is there is 2 shift in a day. Plant operates in double shift in a day, and this data has been given for a complete day of 14 Feb 2020. Okay, so this data are related to 2 shift and not the single shift. So this is the most important point. Apart from this, it's a very, very simple question. Nothing special about such question. Okay, so since the data is given on per day basis, therefore all the calculations should be done on per day basis. That will be better. So total available time. When we say total available time, 8 hours की shift है. In a 8 hours, we will be having 480 minutes. So 960 minutes are available per day minus break. Please remember, beta, na 25 minutes break and 10 minutes break are per shift. 25 minutes lunch break, and in the other shift there will be dinner break. Okay, so 25 and 10 minutes are per shift. Multiply by 2, so it will be 35 into 2, 70 minutes of normal idle time. This is very, very important, beta. In a shift there is a lunch break, so in the other shift there should be a dinner break. That's a very common sense. Okay, so the available plant time available to us is 890 minutes. This is the plant machine time. Out of that, 90 minutes are unplanned. It means an abnormal idle time. Therefore, the actual time available is 800 minutes. Clear हुआ है calculation? यहाँ पे कोई doubt है तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं बेटा. Any doubt in this calculation? 2 hour shift है, 25 minutes का lunch break है, 10 minutes का tea break है, a total of 35 minutes break per shift. So therefore, in the second shift also, there will be 35 minutes of break. So 70 minutes of time is known as normal idle time. So planned available time is 890 minutes, while the actual available time is 800 minutes. So 800 divided by 890 will give you the availability ratio. Clear है? बढ़ूं आगे मैं? चलिए. Now we will check the performance ratio. How many units have been manufactured by the organization? 280 minutes. So what are the standard hours? 280 minutes. And each tablet required 2.5 minutes. Each tablet required 2.5 minutes. So what is the answer, beta? 700 minutes. Okay. So 700 minutes are the standard hour, while the actual time taken is, we have just calculated, 800 minutes. So definitely the performance is low as compared to the standard. The output should be completed in 700 minutes, while the same output has been completed in 800 minutes. So 700 divided by 800 will give you the performance ratio. Okay. And the quality ratio is the utmost simple calculation. Total 280 units has been manufactured, minus 40 units have been scrapped. Therefore, first time good unit is 240 unit. Out of total unit manufactured is 280. The ratio will be the quality ratio. बड़े बेटा आगे चलिए. Any doubt in this particular question? No doubt. चलिए तो अब अपन बढ़ते हैं बेटा. Now this is a very special question. Question number 4. It's not a tricky question, but the calculations are there. But the calculations are there. So please listen very carefully while we solve this particular question, question number 4. I will hardly give you 2 to 3 minutes to once read out this question, make calculation on your calculator, and then we will solve this particular question number 4. It's a very important question. Always refer this question even one day before examination. Okay, chaliye dekhiye. Question number 4. Pacific Coast Company Limited manufactures spare parts. It works in 2 shifts of 9 hours for 6 days in a week. The very first question, single shift. The second question, that is question number 5, double shift. While in this particular question, not only there are double shift, but days in a week is also given to us. Let's see what this 6 days in a week will have impact on the calculation. Lunch break is 30 minutes and other miscellaneous break add up to 15 minutes. The following details are collected for the last 4 weeks. This is very important. In question number 5, this detail is given for a particular day. While in this particular question, these details are given for last 4 weeks. Okay, so first we have to calculate how many shifts are there in a particular 4-week period, because this data are given for the complete shift of 4-week period. Okay, for one of the important equipment, this hour for plant preventive maintenance, 15 minutes per shift. Okay, for breakdown maintenance, 6 hour total. The total word indicate that it is the total for 4-week shift. Setup changes also, it's for 14 hours total. Power failure 4 hours total. So this 3 together will make up the abnormal idle time. Then what is the standard cycle time per piece? Per piece means per unit, 3 minutes. Number of parts produced per shift 140. Parts accepted per shift 131. Calculate OEE. The only calculation you have to do in this particular question in the next 3 minutes is related with availability ratio. So I'm giving you 3 to 4 minutes of time only and only to calculate the availability ratio. Once 3 to 4 minutes are over, then we will combinedly discuss how to calculate the availability ratio, performance ratio, and the quality ratio. Okay, beta? So 3 to 4 minutes are available with you to calculate only and only the availability ratio in this particular question number 4. It involves some calculation, beta. So please be very careful while solving the availability ratio. Best of luck. Focus on only calculating the availability ratio. The trick will be to calculate the availability ratio per shift. If you convert the data in per shift, na beta, it will be very easy for you to calculate the availability ratio. Otherwise, you can calculate the availability ratio for 4 weeks. The answer will remain same. No doubt about that. 1 or 2 minutes are available with you. Try to utilize every second of it to calculate the availability ratio. I'm starting the question in next 30 seconds, beta. Please work on that trick. If you calculate the data on per shift basis, it will be very easy for you to calculate the availability ratio. Okay, Bhavin. Okay, Apala. Let's wait, beta, for some more time. Bhaumik has also answered. Okay. Okay, beta. So I'm starting this question. Please don't write. Just try to understand what is the concept. I'm shifting to per shift calculation since the output given at the end, you can check the output given at the end, it is given on per shift basis. Okay. So first of all, we are calculating the availability ratio. Don't write it with me, beta. The solution is given in the study material. Just try to focus on the understanding part. That's most important. So first of all, number of shift in 4-week period. 4 वीक्स में कितनी शिफ्ट होगी, हमें ये बताया गया है कि देयर आर 2 शिफ्ट पर डे. देयर आर 2 शिफ्ट पर डे. ओके. देयर आर 6 days in a week. It will be multiplied by 6 days in a week. So 2 shift per day multiplied by 6 days in a week, it will get to 12 shift per week. While we require the data for 4 weeks, therefore multiply by 4 weeks will give you a total data of 48 shift. ये हमारे पास डेटा आ गया. ठीक है कि 4 वीक पीरियड में हमारे पास 48 शिफ्ट है. ठीक है. Second point, what is the normal idle time? Normal idle time per shift. The important word is normal idle time. So we have been given that lunch break will be there of I think 25 minutes, right? 25 minutes है ना बेटा. लंच ब्रेक आपका 25 मिनट्स है. मिसलेनियस ब्रेक आपके 30 मिनट्स है. ओके. मिसलेनियस ब्रेक आपके 15 मिनट है और प्लांट प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस का आपका 15 मिनट्स है. सो लंच ब्रेक इज 30 मिनट्स. प्लस maintenance, plant maintenance is 15 minutes, plus miscellaneous breaks amount to 15 minutes. So the total will be, there will be 60-minute normal idle time, and most importantly per shift. Per shift there will be 60-minute normal idle time. Now we have been given 3 abnormal idle time, but that is given in totality for 4-week period. In other words, totality for 48 shift. Okay, so let's calculate that one on per shift basis. Third point, abnormal idle time per shift. This is important. The data is given in total for 48 shift, that is 4-week period. We will convert that in on per shift basis. So I think the hours are, total hours is 6 hours plus 14 hours, I think, plus 2 hours is equal to 22 hours, the abnormal idle time in 4-week period. ये 4-week period का है. ठीक है. इसी को अगर आप मिनट्स पे कन्वर्ट करना चाहेंगे तो इट्स वेरी सिंपल. 22 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 60, इट्स 1320 minutes. but all the data we are trying to calculate is on per shift basis. So for a 4-week period, there are a total of 48 shifts. So 1320 minutes is the total abnormal idle time for 48 shifts. Therefore, abnormal idle time per shift is equal to abnormal idle time per shift is equal to 1320 minutes is the total of 48 shift idle time. So the per minute will be 1320 divided by 48. So it is 27.5 minutes. क्लियर हुआ बेटा? ये कैलकुलेशन अगर आप कर लेते हैं then it's a very simple question. So always remember this question is to be referred only and only for the calculation of availability ratio. Apart from it, nothing special about this question. क्लियर बेटा? कोई डाउट है इसमें आपको? नहीं? चलिए बढ़े आगे. तो देखिए अब मिनट्स पर शिफ्ट, how many hours are there in a per shift basis? 9 hours. So 9 into 60, it is equivalent to 540 minutes. So normal available time is 540 minutes minus normal idle time. It's 60 minutes. So 480 we can call it as planned time. This is the time you can utilize the machine, but there is some abnormal idle time. Abnormal idle time are 27.5. So it will be 452.5 is the actual time available, actual time the machine has been utilized. Clear हुआ बेटा आपको कैलकुलेशन? ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट था. जो भी डेटा आपको 4-week पीरियड में दिया है, कन्वर्ट दैट डेटा इनटू पर shift data. That's the most simple calculation that we can done in this particular question. Okay, chaliye. Any doubt in this particular question? Can we move profits? Can we profit further? तो देखिए अब हम निकालते हैं परफॉर्मेंस रेशियो. हमें बताया गया है टोटल हमने 140 यूनिट्स बनाई है. टोटल 140 यूनिट्स बनाई है. टू मैन्युफैक्चर एवरी यूनिट वी मस्ट कंज्यूम 3 मिनट्स, है ना? स्टैंडर्ड टाइम इज 3 मिनट्स और हमने टोटल जो यूनिट बनाई है वो बनाई है 120. सो देयरफॉर अब हम परफॉर्मेंस रेशियो कैलकुलेट करेंगे. सेकंड विल बी द परफॉर्मेंस रेशियो. So first of all, we will calculate the standard time. The actual output is 120 units and every unit should require 3 minutes of time. So the total will be 360 minutes. To manufacture 120 unit, we should require 360 minutes, while we have consumed 452.5 minutes to manufacture the same output. Therefore, our efficiency will be definitely lower than 100%. So therefore, the ratio will be 360 minutes divided by 452.5 minutes multiplied by 100. Clear beta? Performance ratio is simple. The main calculation is availability ratio. That's the most important calculation of this particular question. Okay, चलिए अब थर्ड पॉइंट देखिए, क्वालिटी रेशियो. Quality ratio. It's very simple. How many units has been manufactured in a shift? 120. Out of that 120, parts accepted are 131. It means the remaining 9 units are defective units. So यहाँ पे क्लियर कर दिया हमें 131 divided by 140 units. Just a minute बेटा, just a minute. We have committed an error, I think. Calculation error हमने किया है. It's 140 है ये. Okay. It's not 120, it's 140. ये 140 है आपका, तो this will be 420 minutes. So 420 divided by 452.5. ठीक है. So this will be the quality ratio 131 divided by 140 into 100. Okay, चलिए बेटा कोई डाउट है तो आप मुझसे पूछिए. बहुत ही बढ़िया क्वेश्चन था. It's a super question and the only special part is the availability ratio. Some data has been given for a 4-week period. Therefore, we must convert that data on per shift basis to make the calculation much simpler. I'm waiting for your doubt, beta, in this particular question. Okay, you require to copy the availability ratio. Okay, चलिए बेटा availability ratio कुछ students लिखना चाहते हैं. I'm giving you 2 minutes of time to just copy the availability ratio detail. Please copy it. Student has asked for why setup changes is abnormal. Beta, I already told you that setup time can be reduced after a number of iteration. If we consider the setup time as normal, we will never reduce that setup time, which will unnecessarily amount to less availability of machine to us. So setup time earlier in hours can be reduced into minutes, earlier in minutes can be reduced into seconds. We have completed this point in successful prerequisite for GIT, the second point, setup time. Because setup doesn't add any value to the customer, therefore the time should be reduced. चलिए बेटा अब बड़े अपन आगे इसमें. अब आइए, नाउ देयर इज वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन. दैट क्वेश्चन आई वांट टू गिव यू ऑन एन असाइनमेंट बेसिस. बिफोर starting the next session, you must complete this question, question number 6. It has been asked in the examination for 10 marks. यह question 10 marks में पूछा जा चुका है बेटा. Question number 6. ओके, चलिए देखिए क्या स्पेशल है यहाँ पे. Hindustan Limited supplies the following information relating to a vital equipment used in the production activity for April 2020. Total time worked during the month 210 hours. In almost all of the question, we calculate the total time, actual total time. While in this question, total actual time has been given to us. It's 210 hours. Total production during the month is 2,800 units. Number of units accepted out of total production is 2520. That is first time good unit. Standard time for actual production, in all the question we calculate the standard time. Standard time is given in this particular question. Time lost during the month is 28 hours. Nothing is mentioned whether it's a normal idle time or abnormal idle time. Now, can you tell me what is the planned available time in this particular question? Because normally our habit is planned available time is total time minus normal idle time is equal to planned available time. But in this particular question, that methodology will not work. The detail is given to you, the 5 detail. Out of this 5 detail, please communicate to me what is the planned available time. It's very simple, beta. Just the pattern of calculation has been changed in this particular question. What is the planned available time? It's very simple, beta. It's very, very simple, na? Just the methodology to calculate the same is somewhat different. Correct hai, Bhavin, Jyoti. It's 238 hours because in total, in planned available time, we normally deduct the abnormal idle time. So यहाँ पे जो time loss दिया है, undoubtedly we have to assume it as abnormal. Then only we can arrive at the planned available time. 210 hours is the actual available time, and 28 hours are the lost time. Therefore, the planned available time is 238 hours. सो यहाँ पे अवेलेबिलिटी रेशियो आप बहुत इजीली कैलकुलेट कर पाएंगे बेटा. 210 divided by 238. Okay. Next, standard hours has been given to you, while actual time has also been given to you. So you can easily calculate the performance ratio, and the quality ratio can be calculated with the help of 282520 units. तो ये क्वेश्चन आपके लिए मैंडेटरी है, इसको आपको करना है. Okay. So now we are left with the Six Sigma technique, which will be covered in the next session, along with the innovation part of this particular topic, that is process innovation and the BPR. Process innovation will hardly take 2 or 3 minutes. The lengthy topic is, innovation topic is BPR, for which a question is also there, application based question. We will also try to cover that particular question. Okay, beta? So thank you for watching the session. God bless you all. Thank you. Technical team, please end the session.